News View, here for you. Welcome to News View, a Friday night show for Champaign-Urbana and some of the surrounding areas for news. I'm Michael Badger. Tonight, the top story is that Microsoft has updated the Internet Explorer 9's code. CEO of Microsoft, Steve Ballmer, talked about on stage in Redmond, Washington, about how the developers programmed websites that can take advantage of the new features in Internet Explorer 9, which is now in beta test form. And it uses more of a PC's hardware to make pages load and run faster. This new version of the code is being released for developers on Thursday. That's yesterday for those of you watching on Friday night. IE9, which is only available for computers running Windows Vista and Windows 7, lets computer users pin websites to the taskbar at the bottom of the screen, or maybe wherever else you have it. I don't know. I'm not familiar with the new Windows operating software. Operating system, that is, sorry. And this makes a permanent shortcut in the taskbar that makes the site feel like a desktop program rather than a website. They also unveiled new applications and added programs you can download for Windows Phone 7 and which is their new application smartphone software. So that's that story. New Internet Explorer 9 coming sometime. And global warming data is being kept secret if some companies can keep it that way. Lots of businesses that trap heat and heat trapping gases, production by them, like oil producers, manufacturers of steel, aluminum, and home appliances, are fighting the Environmental Protection Agency's proposal to make the amount of greenhouse gas emissions available online. And in other news, the Indonesia tsunami has killed 370, and the toll of death is expected to rise. This is in the Mentawai Islands in Indonesia, where rescuers searching for people on the islands that have been ravaged by a tsunami off western Indonesia also in Indonesia, the volcano killed 33 people this week, and it began erupting again later this week. So lots of news from Indonesia as the tsunami and volcano take many people there. And don't forget that the weekend on November 6th is the electronics recycling for Champaign County residents. If you have any TV sets, computers, VCRs, some other things you need to get rid of and don't work or something, you can take, or you just don't have any place for them, you can take them to the building, the News Gazette distribution? No, circulation building. And they will recycle those for you. I think we'll go to the first break on this edition of NewsView. Stay tuned. Welcome back to NewsView. Our next story, it comes to us from India and is about in Chennai, India, a Sri Lankan man had 2,060 pieces of diamonds and other stones lodged in his stomach and was arrested at the Chennai airport by the Central Crime Branch of the Suburban Police. The stones, estimated to be worth between Rs 1.5 crore to Rs 3 crore, were removed. The Suburban Police Commissioner of Chennai, in a press conference on Wednesday, said that he received a call Tuesday morning from a reliable informant that the man was traveling to Chennai on an Air India flight. That was the only information available to him, with no other clue, but they zeroed in on him as soon as he came out of the airport trying to board a taxi, he said. The man, identified as Mohammed Refai, age 35, arrived from Colombo Tuesday and successfully cleared customs and immigration. Now, the policeman picked up Rafai, who was carrying 2 handbags, but the bag search proved futile. He was then confronted by the sleuths but maintained he was innocent. He was even warned he would be subjected to medical tests, and the police commissioner said that even during questioning, he could not sit comfortably when questioned. He told police that he was suffering from piles. The police grew suspicious and took him to the Crompett Government Hospital. Then doctors examined him, finding the stones lodged in his gut. He had stored the precious stones in 42 condoms and swallowed each one. Boy, now that's a sneaky crook, isn't it? Well, anyway, in other news, bed bugs have been spotted at the UN building. And the bed bugs in the United Nations building mean, of course, that bed bugs are trying to take over the world, according to NBC New York. The UN found evidence of bed bugs in the furniture on the 19th and 20th floors of the Secretariat building of the B1 area of the library building, according to a note sent to the United Nations correspondents from the press office this week. The furniture was moved to an unoccupied part of the building for fumigation, and a bed bug sniffing dog confirmed the infestation first on most floors of the building back in September of last year, 2009. The whole building was fumigated twice that month at 2-week span. 6 months later, the dog returned and found evidence of bed bugs once again. Since the dog can't distinguish between live and dead bed bugs, the building was fumigated as a precaution. So if you want to read more about that, you can go to NBC New York's local news. Excuse me. And like I said before, if you have any electronics that need recycling, take it off your hands. On the 6th of November 2010, you can take them to the News Gazette's circulation building and have TV sets, old computers, computer mice, things like that. Old TV sets, new TV sets probably too, all can be recycled there. And now the election is coming up, and I, Michael Badger, say to vote. That's right, it's time to vote on Tuesday, November 2nd. So get out there and vote, and have know your candidates, and vote Tuesday. So I think we'll take break number 2. Stay tuned. Well, good evening again, folks. Here's your NewsView weather forecast for the weekend of October 29th and 30th and 31st. Friday night, 32 degrees for your low. That's Fahrenheit, 32 degrees Fahrenheit. Then clear skies Friday night as well. Into Saturday, for your Saturday in Champaign-Urbana and surrounding area, sunny with 64 degrees Fahrenheit for your high temperature. And then Saturday night, 38 degrees Fahrenheit and mostly clear. And for your Sunday, high of 60 degrees Fahrenheit and partly cloudy skies. As for Sunday night, partly cloudy and a low of 42 degrees. This has been your NewsView weather forecast for the last weekend in October 2010.
Más de 100,000 incendios son causados debido a problemas eléctricos en casa. Revise su casa para prevenir estos peligros. Asegúrese que los enchufes no estén sobrecargados y que los cables eléctricos no estén dañados. Solamente use los focos con el voltaje apropiado. Para más información, visite safeelectricity.org.
A word of advice from safeelectricity.org. If you're planning a home improvement or repair project, take a few minutes up front for the basics. Check your electrical tools and cords for any frayed or broken insulation before plugging them in. Locate overhead power lines, especially lines connected to your home. Keep metal ladders, pruning poles, and other long tools far away from them. Be a safe weekend warrior. For more information, visit safeelectricity.org.